Welcome back to part 2 of this Neon Dynasty quick draft. Right, so I don't think I've changed the deck very much. I've had a little look at it, and there is one problem. I don't have a single flyer in the entire deck, and I've got 5 removal cards. So hopefully I can deal with the flyers, but it's probably more a case of trying to outrace the enemy and win before they can. So it's definitely it's got a modify theme to it. I've got 2 Invigorating Hot Springs and things like Coiling Stalkers to add tokens to things. I've got Akki Ember-Keepers to I've got 2 of those that they can. So it makes a spirit every time a modified creature dies. So if it's got a token or if it's got a Ninja's Kunai equipped to it, that will make a token, which could be quite handy. So there's a few sort of modified payoffs, like Heir of the Ancient Fang gets an extra token if we've got a modified creature as well. And then at the top end, sort of 4 mana and above, we're splashing black for Hidetsugu, Devouring Chaos. So yeah, if he can be resolved and he survives for to the next turn, you can tap him and start exiling the top of your library. So you can play the card and he deals damage equal to its mana value, which could be a fantastic combo with Explosive Singularity, which is casting cost 10. It'd be quite nice to do 10 damage with that. Now failing that, we could also just make a lot of tokens between Akki Ember-Keeper and Eiganjo Uprising. Then tap all the tokens in order to cast the Explosive Singularity. So that sounds like that could be quite a fun finish to a game. We've also got the Greater Tanuki to help me get the right lands together, because I am playing 4 colours. So it's red, green, splashing white and black. So yeah, the white cards, I've got an Intercessor's Arrest and the Eiganjo Uprising. So couple of things there. Yeah, I decided basically to drop white. There wasn't quite enough here to justify playing white, I felt. And if you're not committed to white, it's hard to cast your Banishing Slash. You need double white for that one. I thought I had more of a modify kind of thing going with red and green, so that just seemed to make more sense, really. A nice thing about Harmonious Emergence, it counts the land that you make counts as a modified creature, of course, because it's a creature with an aura on it, so that's quite handy. And with Heiko Yamazaki, of course, we've got Terrarium and 2 Kunai to bring back from the graveyard as well, which could be quite handy. Right. So I think I'll just get it started. Okay, so it's not the best opener. No red mana. We've got one of our splash colours. We've got 1 green card we can play. I think we'll keep it and just hope for the best. another forest. Right, 2-drop. Let's see. Oh, he's thinking. Ah, Modern Age. Nice one. It's a good card. Ah, there's the red mana. He's discarded a debt to the Kami. Interesting. Okay. So, I'll play my Coiling Stalker. One up. Fair enough. Oh, he can even do something else. There we go. Nice. Now, Modern Age Flyer, the Vector Glider, is going to be a problem. We can't do anything about that. Unless we draw a removal. Right. Okay. He's dead. Was able to discard a debt to the Kami because he had a hand full of removal. He had 2 removal cards. He's discarded a Blade Blesser as well, so that can get Death Touch. Yeah, so right, and that's got Menace, so I can't block that one either. It's looking like a quick game, this one. I've managed to draw 7 land in 11 cards, so it's not ideal. Ah, another Modern Age, nice, yeah. Well, well, well. Right, yeah, he just bounced the Modern Age, didn't he? Of course, with the... I wasn't paying attention. Right. I thought he drew another one for a second. So, Intercessor's Arrest. What shall it go on? Because I can actually block that one, whereas I can't block the Road Captain. He's used 2 removal cards as well. I think we just try and preserve our life total as much as possible. We will take out his menace creature and do no attacks. Oh, nice. Unforgiving one. So that's 2 cards. Perfect. That's why we've got 2 lands in our hand. I've made a mistake, haven't I? Right, I get it. So that card gives Ninjas and Rogues Menace. Right, so I guess I'm going to die quicker to that one. I think the play here, we've got to use the Kunai on his flyer. And we've got to try and block his guy here. Okay, no attacks. end turn. And I've got a horrible thought. Oh right, it's got. Of course, I keep forgetting these saga creatures have summoning sickness, which is quite handy, really. I was thinking he was going to get ninjutsu back again in response to my kunai, but I should be able to do that. But we'll see if he's got a trick for him. Right, well he's got 2 cards left. Oh, a Silver Fur Master. Interesting. Yeah. He could have played that oh, right, yeah. He was waiting for me to use my removal, I guess. That makes sense, doesn't it? He's assembled a pretty nice ninjutsu deck here, hasn't he? Gauntlet, very nice. It's kind of funny to sort of count the number of creatures I've had. 2, and 1 I can't cast. He's got 3 in play, and he's been through 1, 2. He's discarded 1 there. And discarded 2. Yeah, he's discarded 2. Feel like I don't have any creatures in the deck at all. Right, so I think what we're going to do, we're going to turn one of our mountains into a creature. See if he's got any more removal for this guy. I'm not going to attack. Oh, it does have vigilance. What an idiot. Yeah. There's literally no downside to attacking. I should read the card, shouldn't I? Hey, Tomio's completion. He has more removal. So that's third removal card. Oh dear. Well, on the plus side, if he does another Kato's Pursuit, we've got the 2 lands ready to throw away. really looking on the positive side of things. Okay, we've got a creature. And he's just going to run over me and kill me at this point. Yeah, so I'm just thinking about my opening hand. Should I have mulliganed it? Because I had Hidetsugu and no mountains. So it's already a like a mulligan. Because I've probably got as it turned out, I've got a dead card in the hand. Yep. I mean, this deck just works, doesn't it? And he's tapped. Nice. So I wonder, has he drawn extra cards? He's on 19. Yes, he has. He had Modern Age twice over, so he drew 4 extra cards. Yeah, that's why he's got 19. Still, I got 2 removal cards. I got my Kunai and an Intercessor's Arrest. After that experience, I would say this is looking like a 0-3. My deck feels extremely weak. Come to think of it, I don't think I've got really any card draw in the deck that I can think of. Right. We can get a mountain with our Terrarium. I think, yeah, if we don't draw a land on turn 2. Okay. We have a land. We won't panic in that case. Yeah, cool. So, Coiling Stalker. Use Prototype. Nice. Now, I'm thinking we can do Upriser Renegade. And we can modify Coiling Stalker. No attacks. So that needs crew 2. There's the Kitsune Ace. Okay. And gonna start making pilots. Okay. Is it worth double blocking here? I'd lose. He might have a combat trick. I think. No, let's take the damage. I think we can survive a combat trick. We'll double block and see what the deal is. It might be game over, but it's already looking dicey. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, that vehicle gains first strike until end of turn. Okay, yeah, I did not read that card. Oh well. He didn't even need a combat trick. Right. So we'll just remember that's basically 2. We need 2 to use that. Hot Spring will make him a 4/4. Oh, it's other modified creatures. It will not make him a 4/4. I think yeah, Peerless. I'll do Peerless Samurai. And we'll pop a Kunai on him. And no attacks. Oh wow. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Nice. So that cruise for 2. That has... Right. Now, is that getting first strike? By any chance? Yes, he is. No blocks. It's pretty much over, isn't it? Yeah. They managed to make a blue-white vehicles deck with Anchor and they got Anchor to Reality to actually work, which is pretty cool. Okay, we actually have a play here. So we can pop the Thundersteel Colossus, and that will. Yeah, okay, it's not ideal, but we're going to attack with that guy because he can't be blocked. Kappa Tech-Wrecker for 1, haha, because he made him cheaper. Right, cool. Yes. Okay, right, he did. Okay, so Kunai and blow up the Kitsune Ace, or we could make him a 4/4, which will keep him alive. And he'd have to have a removal card. Oh no, I've just blown it. I've just blown it. Of course, it says other creatures. If I still, he would be on 3 health if I put it on the Tech-Wrecker. So he'd be blown up with a Kunai. Right. Okay, right. So I have to take the damage. I think whoever I block, because I get blown up. Okay, no blocks. We'll take 4. Okay, the Tech-Wrecker's down. Sure. Now I could attack, I suppose. I could play, give him haste. No, doesn't. I'm just thinking it doesn't quite work. That would be... That would be a big creature for him to deal with, I suppose. On the other hand, we've got Peerless Samurai. That's been essence captured. That is a shame. Okay. So, Kitsune Ace. Do we just kill the Kitsune Ace with a Nuke's Kunai? Well, let's... We could kill him now. I think we will wait. That might be a mistake, but... Right, no attacks. Still, we're having an interesting game here. We're making a lot of mistakes, but... we're making some interesting choices here. Right, that's a good point. Okay, that resolves. That does not have first strike anymore, by the way. Let's see what he's attacking with. Okay. No, yeah, it's whenever a vehicle attacks, gets first strike. Okay. Okay. Sure. Right, I think past blockers, block this guy. One blocker. And we will try and shoot this guy, but he's probably got an answer, hasn't he? I'm expecting a combat trick that wins him the game. But in which case, there's nothing I could do, really. But that run of that opener, Prodigy's... Ugh. There we go, yeah, he had a counterspell. You can counterspell abilities with that, by the way. Counter target spell or ability. There we go. Okay, so we have to stop all 5 creatures this round, or maybe gain lots of life somehow. Right, good game, I think. Harmonious Emergence on a forest, I guess. Oh, yeah, it's not very helpful the way it does it. It expects you to remember which lands it's tapping for mana. Right, so we'll do a mountain. Let's give that one a token. Why not? So I could attack him for 10. I will not do that. So if I'd read his mind and I knew he had the crab, I could have blocked the Kitsune Ace and killed it. For some reason, I was thinking of something like a +2/+2 combat trick. But the big mistake there early on, I tried to double block his vehicle, and I forgot that the Fox Pilot can give an attacking vehicle first strike. So it's like the surprise first strike problem, which I run into. Got to sort of check and recheck, make sure things don't have first strike. Because it was right there. It's going to be written on the card after the pilot ability took place. Okay, so we've hit 3 forests, so no mountains once again. We have a removal spell. I think we're going to just try and draw mountains. I don't think we can. There we go. We're lucky. Right. Right. So he is an enchantment creature who can be faded away. Okay. No blocks. Ninjutsu, yeah. Nice. That's an artifact creature. He didn't have any anything special about him. So he didn't have any artifacts to put into play. I think we'll go Hot Spring and we'll put a token on him before he gets blown up. He does target himself with his. I mean, he does affect himself with his ability. I've actually hit black mana, so we'll see if this is a Hidetsugu game. We haven't hit white for that, unfortunately, but we'll see. Right, you are a legendary creature, Human Samurai. Okay. Right. It would be lovely if I could get an artifact out of my graveyard. I suppose we've got to decide, how much do we care about the Akki Ember-Keeper? I think not that much. I think we're in a race at the moment, and I may be winning the race. And I'm going to attack with everything. Yeah, there we go. Completion. Okay, nice. Can actually save Heiko Yamazaki as well, which is pretty cool. Is this is sorcery speed? Okay. Well, we can do 2 things this round, I suppose. Can either save Heiko Yamazaki or get rid of a Covert Technician. He might be tempted to trade off, and I'm okay with still okay with him trading off. Okay. So I'm gonna hard cast Coiling Stalker. I will fade the Tamiyo to Antiquity, so he can't even bring him back from the graveyard, which is pretty nice. I guess I could put another token on Heiko. It's pretty hopeful, I suppose, that he's not got another Tamiyo's completion, but we'll see. Oh, good Sana. Okay, that's not that scary. 2 extra damage. It'll give him the extra toughness he needs to survive the Coiling Stalker. Yeah. Oh, interesting, right. He did not attack, by the way. That's unfortunate. Oh, right. We've got pretty awesome move here on the cards. It's if somebody attacks alone, such as Heiko Yamazaki, do we give this to Coiling Stalker? I think I'll give this to the Coiling Stalker. Yeah. Yeah. Ninja's Kunai. Just the threat of recurring my Ninja's Kunai was enough. There we go. We got a win. And that was another horrible hand with all forests and no mountains. We seem to be good at drawing mountains, though. What have we got here? Oh, a black rune. Yep. I think I had 6 mana, so I think I had enough to kill one guy with the dagger, recur it with Heiko, and then do more damage with the dagger. Okay, the good news is we've got green and red. The bad news is we've got 2 of our splash cards. Maybe we'll actually see a black source of mana whilst we have Hidetsugu for once. It's the second draft where I've tried to splash for Hidetsugu. I think I've cast him once, and he immediately got killed. One day we will cast this ability, and it will be glorious. Okay, good news. He didn't do anything on turn 2. We're going to do a Coiling Stalker. You've even got a turn 4 player as well. Feels something bad's going to happen to him now. Okay, yeah, 2-3. Let's go for the Ember-Keeper. So we're hoping to top deck land next turn, then we can actually remember to attack with Harmonious Emergence. Yeah, this is that card that's where it costs you 6 mana to put a token on a creature. Right. I don't think there a lot of point playing a tapped Harmonious Emergence, so I think it's looking like another Coiling Stalker turn. Get our white mana, so at least we've hit one of our splash colours. That's pretty good going. I'm just gonna keep playing out the creatures. I think, yeah, there might be I think it's a different set where there's a 1 damage sweeper and it's in red, so I think we should be okay. So we actually look pretty good if he doesn't do anything. we'll see what he does. If he does nothing, Intercessor's Arrest on the Golden Tail Disciple and then attack with all 3. Seems pretty good. Okay, right, he's got more defenses. Oh, and he's got that one, which is going to be absolutely insane. Okay. And we can't even kill him. Sure. Well, at least that one's got Defender. So it's looking like, yeah, Intercessor's Arrest. Or we attack with this. So it is, yeah, it's a case of Bearer of Memory just swinging in for a huge amount, I think, next turn, because we're going to take care of that guy. Pop out an Akki Ember-Keeper. No attacks. Six. He's got another one. Triple block? No. We can take a bit of damage, it's fine. Right, so this guy has 5 toughness, I suppose, so he will die. We'll get 2 1/1s out of him, though. I think we'll go for a mountain. So that is a 5/5, right? I think it would be much better to pair these up with more evasion creatures, I suppose. Maybe have some blue, go green and blue with flyers. But we haven't seen our menace creatures yet, but he can definitely deal with them. Okay, right, well that's nice. Oh, we've actually got a black mana source, which is very exciting indeed. Let's get a point of life. And no attacks this time. Right, that's getting scary. just want to live long enough to activate Hidetsugu. I don't know if that's going to be possible. So that's a 6/6. Okay. I kind of need a cheat sheet with all of the... wait a second. That's 6 mana to do that. What's the most he can get boosted by? So we're going to gamble and think +2/+2. That's probably an indestructible effect as well. Let's go for it. Let's see how we do. Oh, yeah, okay. He killed one of them. And he's going to light the way and do just enough damage. Okay, fine. Yes, he had 2 things. Sure, he was just waiting. Sure. Right, so it's looking like... Okay, so Akki Ember-Creature did not trigger. Because it didn't... I guess it... let's see. I don't really understand why, because it was a modified creature that died. But I guess maybe it counts as a token, right? No, it just says it's a land. Okay. Well, let's play Hidetsugu. We're just going to see if we can last long enough to... Yeah, take action. Let's get a basic land. Let's get a swamp. And play a swamp. And let's put a token on Hidetsugu. Yeah, why not? No attacks. Will we do it? Will we get a chance to activate him? Or are we dead? If he's got a way to get trample, I guess we're in trouble. And if I'd... Let's see. Yeah, if I'd blocked with everything, I would have killed it, of course. So, yeah, I should have blocked with everything. I should have... I forgot about Wanderer's Intervention. Yeah, that's a very likely card to use. I think Light the Way is pretty unlikely. Okay. He's got Befriend the Moths, so he's just going to fly over and hit me with that. So I have to hope that the right card is on top of the deck. So yeah, I think the thing is I can't play Greater Tanuki at all. That's not happening. That is not a sorcery. That's an instant. So I'm going to go no attacks. The only thing is, I might have my sorcery speed removal spell on top. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to sack an Ember-Keeper. Because we're in pretty dire straits here, and I think we need... Okay, that's 3 damage. View battlefield, please. So anything with 3 hit points. That's actually going to help me. that goes on the bottom. I think that goes on the bottom as well, because the only card that works... Yeah, I think we just sack this guy as well. Let's do it. Let's really go for it. There's one card which we're looking for. Neither of those are it. Oh dear. Right. So we will end the turn there, and we'll just hope that on top of the deck we've got our 10 damage spell. Yeah. Okay, it's about to become huge, so what we're going to do is we're going to Hidetsugu now and hope. Alright, good game. Fuck you. And resolve. It's not going to become huge. It's not a portrait of Michiko. It just makes it a 9/9. Worth a try. First time ever I've actually resolved that ability. So pretty exciting. I don't think we made a mistake because Kami's flare wasn't going to stop that guy. And he's doing me 9 damage in the air anyway. What's he doing on the ground here? He's actually doing 10 damage on the ground. So I couldn't afford to actually sacrifice both creatures. Oh well, 1 and 3. I think for a deck with no flyers, that's probably the way it goes. Only 5 removal spells as well, so fair enough. Right, we got one. Check our pack out. Yep. Oh, 3rd copy of this one. So I had some serious mana problems with this deck. Just the luck of the draw, isn't it? But I had quite a few hands with only forests, but I would actually draw my mountains, so I can't really complain. So I ended up getting the lands I needed, and I even managed to cast Hidetsugu in the final game. I cast Intercessor's Rest a couple of times as well, so the splashes seem to actually just about work. It's just maybe probably a few misplays in the second game I had. Always seems to get me when a creature gains first strike from another ability that I haven't noticed. Yeah, let's find that guy. That's the it's this guy, Kitsune Ace. You don't see him very often, and you just got to watch out about that vehicle. Giving first strike to a vehicle, and it's whenever it's not even the vehicle that he crews. It could be any vehicle that attacks. haven't settled the question of Eiganjo Uprising, if it's any good or not. Didn't see it, didn't draw it a single time that game. I think another problem with the deck, I don't think I've got any kind of card draw at all. We got to use our Kappa Tech-Wrecker once, that was good. He took out the 7-7 vehicle. It meant we couldn't deal with the 3-4 vehicle that was making pilots every round. That was back in game 1. We had an interesting interaction here with that Upriser Renegade. So that was with the first strike. He killed my modified creature with first strike, so the Upriser Renegade lost 2 points of power, so I couldn't actually kill him. And yeah, the win we had, we got the Hot Spring, we used it to give Heiko Yamazaki haste, so we were in a bit of a race, and we were winning the race because of the haste, I think. And just to top it all off, we got a Ninja's Kunai at the end, so we could, I think, we could actually blow up 2 of his creatures. We could kill one, attack with Heiko, and then spend 3 more mana and blow up another creature, because I had another untapped creature who could use the Kunai. So that was quite nice. That's what whenever I get Heiko Yamazaki, I think, I hope I can get a Ninja's Kunai in the deck as well. So I actually got to see that, at least threaten that interaction. When he saw what I had, he just conceded. So I guess, yeah, there's not card draw in the deck, but there's recursion from the graveyard, I suppose. With that guy, and there's a bit of ninjutsu here. Never got these going. Coiling Stalkers are a bit too weak, unless they're ninjutsuing on something with menace that's getting through, like the Peerless Samurai. In the last game, they just ran into a couple of the 2-3 lifelinkers. Yep, I think that's a draft. Yeah, we never got we never saw the Explosive Singularity. I really tried that last game. I went through the top 4 cards of the deck to look for it, but not to be, sadly. I'd have still lost even if I'd found it. I'd have done 10 damage to the incoming creature, the flyer, and then the rest of his creatures would have killed me. But it was a shame to draw. Yeah, in that last game I drew both Coiling Stalkers, so they couldn't get through and modify things, and 2 Akki Ember-Keepers, so I couldn't even modify anything to get the Colourless Spirit tokens. And we did learn something new, that when the Harmonious Emergence dies, because of what it says on the text here, if enchanted land would be destroyed, you sacrifice the aura card and the land gains indestructible. So the land never actually dies, therefore it doesn't trigger, the creature doesn't die, so it doesn't trigger Akki Ember-Keeper. So that's, at least we learned something. Anyway. think that's everything. Oh, what else? I've been trying midweek magic on the edge. Yeah. So this is the last 3 sets: Midnight Hunt, Crimson Vow, and Neon Dynasty. So I have no legal decks at the moment, but yeah, I tried a modify deck that was green, red, and black. I think that the black was just for the spirit that brings creatures back from the graveyard according to how many modified creatures you've got. But it did not do well. I had more fun with... I tweaked my blue artifacts deck, because I needed to change, I think, 4 cards, and that seemed to work a lot better. Have since changed it back, but you've got to take out the Silver Ravens for something else. But I decided I wanted to go quite heavy on permission, so I've ended up with 10 counter spells in this version. And I've basically, I played against somebody using Mech Titan Core, but it was I think a white-blue vehicles deck. So I thought I'll throw in my own one, because it's not a bad card. It goes with the theme of artifacts, and I managed to win 1 game with it so far. I did try to use the tutor, the 4-mana tutor, but Anchor to Reality, which you have to sacrifice artifact or creature. So I've got things like Iron Apprentice, which are quite good to sacrifice, and you look for an equipment or vehicle. But I just found it just sat in my hand, doing nothing, because the Mech Titan Core, you've got to, even if you've got 4 other artifacts, you've got to spend 5 mana. So, and this is sorcery speed as well, so it feels a bit slow to try and bring that out. So I just dropped Anchor to Reality, and yeah, I brought in, I think I moved up to 4 Fading Hopes. So I saw someone using this card, and that actually seems perfect against aggro decks that boost their creatures up with lots and lots of tokens. Possibly a bit low on land. 22 land maybe isn't enough, but so you have to think carefully about what you take out. I think because I've got the 4 Mnemonic Spheres, I thought, well, I can always, pretend that they're land, because they're it's 1 blue mana to draw a card. So it's a bit like playing a deck with 56 cards, I suppose, and 22 land. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what I've been playing and constructed. Right, I think that's that. Probably do another draft next week sometime.